Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today I am here to do a very long, overdue, part Christmas book haul, part, again, I work in a bookstore and I have no self-control, book haul. So, you know what? This is gonna be in no order because I just kind of have everything stacked up here, and it's gonna be a mess. So, I'm just gonna start going through it. Yay! The first book that I have here is Wicked Souls by Katie Wismer. This is book 2 in the Marionette series. I talked about it more in my January wrap-up, but I will link that up above. Basically, it's just kind of a vampire witch story, but basically it's described, if you liked Twilight as growing up, you'll probably like this. It's just a little bit more new adult. But this released on December 7th, I believe, and I think I got it sometime. I didn't get to it until January, but I did really enjoy it. And then, because again, so right after Christmas, I usually buy the books that I did not get for Christmas. Just a personal thing. Sometimes I wait depending on how much I really want them in my collection. But yeah. But then Barnes & Noble, where I work, had that hardcover 50% off sale. I couldn't resist. So, let's see. I bought A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout and From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I own all these books in paperback, by the way. But I wanted the hardbacks, but I didn't want to get them at full price, obviously. And because they were 50% off, and they were hardback, and they were in the really nice matte editions, I was like, I gotta get them. And so yeah, I don't really regret it. I also bought Crown of Gilded Bones at the time, because it was there, but I got the really glossy one, which apparently was a printing mistake, and so when I went back to work and I saw that we had, the matte edition of Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which we hadn't had in stock for months, for a while, and we had Crown of Gilded Bones without the glossy covers, I decided to pick these up. Now, if you don't know what From Blood and Ash is about, it is a story about a girl named Poppy who is the maiden. She's very virginal and is very sheltered in her life. And so basically this guard takes an interest in her, and there's romance, and it's very romance and supernatural heavy. Yeah. I really like it. Jennifer L. Armentrout is one of my favorite authors. I know that not everybody loves this series, but I love it, and that's all that matters. Also, these books are really heavy, so I'm going to put them down. And also, A Shadow in the Ember is a prequel to the series, called the first book in the Flesh and Fire series. Again, really enjoyed it. Now, the next thing was, again, something that I bought for myself, as a lot of this is, unfortunately. But basically, when I had to change my card information on all of the websites where I buy things regularly, and I can't do that without buying something on Etsy. So I got this necklace that I had been looking at for a while, which is just a little Triton type necklace, and this is it's based on the Percy Jackson series, which is why I got it. I don't have any Percy Jackson merch, which is quite embarrassing. So I bought this, and it's really pretty, and I got a lot of compliments when I wore it. So I will be wearing it again. That is for sure. And then every once in a while, what is it? They does a past item sale, and so sometimes I check it out when they have cute stuff. And I did get some other stuff that won't be included in this haul just because it's not bookish. But yeah, I got this little Mockingjay lanyard keychain thing, and it says "Fire is catching," and it's super cute. I have not used it yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I like it. And again, I don't really have a ton of Hunger Games merch anymore, which is depressing because those were kind of the OG series for me. So I did get this one for Christmas, which I will say, thank God, because I'm excessive. This is excessive for me, even for me. But I got Dial A for Aunties by Jessie K. Sutanto. This was one of my favorite books of last year. I haven't actually done my favorite and my worst books of last year, but that will be coming very soon. But this was one of them, spoiler alert. And basically this follows a girl named Madeline, who ends up killing her blind date, and her family helps her cover it up while also trying to put this wedding on. And not only that, but she runs into her ex-boyfriend, who she still has feelings for. And it's a romance, kind of, also a little bit of a mystery, but it's such a great story, and I'm so excited for the sequel for Aunties in a Wedding. It was so good. I loved it so much. And then technically this was a pre-order that I got, but I got Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandria Bellefleur, which is the last book in the, like, I don't know what the series is, Written in the Stars series. I haven't actually read the first 2 books. I got an e-arc of this, and so I read it and absolutely adored it, and obviously pre-ordered it. But it's a sapphic love story following a girl named Margot and Olivia, who kind of have like a second chance romance, friends to lovers kind of thing. And it's very cute. We also kind of have a Sunshine and Grumpy dynamic, and I really enjoyed it so much. All right. And then again, like I said, Barnes & Noble had this. My mom texted me. Sorry. Basically, you know, what am I trying to say? Basically, that, like, sale at Barnes & Noble killed me. I got If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. I really like Sophie Gonzalez. I read a few of her books, and this was her newest release, and it's about a boy band and 2 of the members falling in love with, which, like, if you don't remember, if you don't know, I was obsessed with One Direction, still am, and boy band stories, and yeah, I kind of needed it, so I picked it up because it was 50% off, and it was worth it. So yeah, I'm excited to get to that, by the way. I don't know when that will be. I picked up this at my work, where basically, sometimes we get ARCs at our store, and I will say we don't always get the best ARCs at our store. We get kind of old lady ones. But I saw this one, and I had some interest in it. I probably won't read it until Christmas or December, but it's The Matzo Ball by Jean Meltzer. It came out, I had seen it, but again, I was like, oh, it's an ARC, nobody's picked it up, so I picked it up. Basically, it's about this girl named Rachel Rubenstein Goldblatt, who's a nice Jewish girl with a shameful secret. She loves Christmas, and she's an author, and her diversity-conscious publisher insists she write a Hanukkah romance. So she's determined to find her muse at the Matzo Ball, a Jewish music celebration on the last night of Hanukkah, even if it means working with her camp arch-enemy, Jacob Greenberg. So a little bit of enemies to lovers, cute. It seems very holiday-esque, so I'm very excited to get to it, whenever that may be. At this point, who knows? Who knows when that may be? But yeah. And then, I got These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Now, it's not the signed edition like I have with Our Violent Ends, but I got this a couple weeks ago just because I was like, oh, we have it in stock. And we had quite a few copies, and I knew I wanted the hardback, and also, she's pretty. But I knew I wanted the hardback, so when I saw it, and I was just kind of already in a treat myself mood, so I just decided to pick it up. I don't really have any reason for it. Again, I get all these books, for the most part, at a discount. I buy all my books at Barnes & Noble with my employee discount, and so I feel comfortable buying books for myself when I want to, so yeah. But this is basically a Romeo and Juliet retelling set in 1920 Shanghai. That's all I know about it. I also got The Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimmons when I was during this 50% off sale. Basically, all I know about this is that it is a male-male YA novel. It says that it's about Spencer Harris, who is a nerd. And he's starting at a new high school in 10th grade. And then, let's see. Basically, it seems like it has a lot of issues. Like, it's about him being, maybe having a relationship with one of his teammates, but there's some discriminatory law, even though he goes to a more progressive high school. So I'm excited to get into it. I have not read this author before. I think this might be his debut, but I don't actually. Yeah, debut. It's on the back. But I'm excited to get to it for sure. And then I also got a book at work one day because, again, I was just in the mood to buy stuff. I got Like a Love Song by Gabriella Martins. Basically, I got this book. It's about Natalie, who is living her dream, topping the charts and setting record as a Brazilian pop stars until she's dumped spectacularly on her live television. So her team's PR desperate plan is a gorgeous yet oh so fake boyfriend, and she starts to fall, so obviously fake dating. Sounds very cute. It's very short, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm definitely excited to get to it. I don't really have more than that. It looked interesting to me. I like fake dating. It's a YA romance, which I've been straying away from YA romance, but I'm still interested in it. And also, I haven't seen one with a Brazilian pop star, but I'm excited about it. Also, during the 50% off sale, I told you I had an issue. I had a problem, but I bought the Ace of Spades by Farida Abike. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'll get it wrong. I'll look it up at some point. Basically, this is kind of a dark academia book following two main characters who are like the only black students in this boarding school, and they are being targeted, and I believe that there is some queer rep in here. But I've heard a lot of really great things about this book. I was checking to see if there's anything under the cover. There's not. But I'm really excited to get to it for sure. And apparently it was a Barnes & Noble YA book club edition, so that's fun. I also got May the Best Man Win by Z.R. Elor. Basically, all I know about this is it is a sports YA romance that's a male. And I don't really want to know much than this. Now, I don't like sports, but I do like romances, and I like YA, and I want to read more romances with LGBTQ characters. One, because I want to be able to recommend them at work, but also because, like, I want to read more stories. I want to buy them. I want to support them. I want authors and publishers to know that we want more. I'd like more sapphic recommendations. I do need to catch up on reading more sapphic books, but I definitely still want to, not read just male, or just female. So, yeah. I then got for Christmas Written in the Stars by Alexandria Belfleur. I'm really excited to get to this. I don't know when that will be. Probably sometime this year. Maybe like spring. Apparently this takes place around Christmas. I'm gonna read it in the spring because I like romances in the spring. I like romances whenever. But yeah, basically all I know is it's a fake dating and it's also a sapphic. So that's exciting. And it's an adult romance. So I'm really excited to this. And I know it's her debut, and it kind of has like Bridget Jones' Diary and Pride and Prejudice vibes. So I'm excited to get to it. And then I got this ARC at work because I had seen it on our shelves and it looked interesting. I don't really know what it's about, but we had an ARC. It wasn't one that people had been grabbing, so I just kind of grabbed it. That is Neil by Candace Buford. All I really know is that it's about this guy named Russell who's a football player in a small town. And so when his best friend and teammate is unfairly arrested and benched for the season, Russ faces an impossible choice: speak up or live in fear. So it seems like an important read, and I would love to be able to recommend this. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I am excited to get to it for sure. And then I still have another stack, so if you can see that. I got Legendborn for Christmas by Tracy Dion. I am really excited to get to this. I think I'm going to get to it in March, which is exciting. But she's pretty. I don't know what this is about. Ooh, that's cute. Except that it is a King Arthur retelling. I believe there is a love triangle in it. I know Mika from Mika August says that this is one of her favorite books, so I'm excited to get to it. Yeah. Let's see. Then I have Wonderful Women of the World, which is kind of like a graphic novel by Laurie Halse Anderson, edited by Laurie Halse Anderson. And I wanted this because, one, I love Laurie Halse Anderson, but also, like, again, want to be able to kind of recommend this and talk about cool women. I like reading about cool women that change the world, and so I definitely want to read this and be able to recommend it at work. So yeah. Also, I just wanted it in general, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to get into a few bookish items because they're on the top of the rest of the books. But first, I got this light for Christmas. It was on my wish list. It's this little book light, and like when you open it, it looks like a book and it lights up, and it's super cute. I haven't used it all that much yet because I don't really read by moonlight or like by light. I tend to read in this chair with my light, but it's super cute and I love it so much. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but hopefully soon. Hopefully. It would make sense if I used it soon. And then I have a lot of books left because I'm trash. I have a shirt that I got from my mom, I believe, and it says Camp Half-Blood, Long Island Sound, and it's basically just the Camp Half-Blood logo on a black shirt, or gray, whatever that color is, so it's super cute. I have a sweatshirt that I wear a lot, and that is from my sister, I believe. Also from it says Camp Half-Blood, Long Island Sound, but it's just orange like the normal ones are, and it's super cute and super warm and comfortable, and I love it. I adore it. She's cute. Let's see. I might have to move because I have more over there that I can't reach. But I will get through this stack, and then we'll figure out how I'm gonna get to that. I have this book sleeve, this Cassandra Clare book sleeve, with people from the Mortal Instruments. So obviously we have Jace, Isabel. I'm gonna guess that's Alec. That's Simon. That's Simon and Clary. And it's cute. I wanted it. I got it from Etsy. So yeah. And then I got a Friends book sleeve that just kind of has the design on it. I love Friends, if you didn't know. So I got this. It's super cute and I really enjoy it. I haven't actually used it because I don't take books with me very often anywhere. But I do really enjoy it. So that's fun. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach that other stack. That's quite embarrassing. Okay. So basically, we're still having that 50% off sale. I grabbed a few hardbacks that I had been eyeing, but I just hadn't gotten yet because like they weren't favorites last year, but I still really enjoyed them. And I grabbed, I think, 3. And I was going to buy them, and then my manager was like, you know what, I messed up on your Secret Santa gift, let me get these for you. So she got me Once Upon a Quinceañera by Monica Gomez Hira, which is about this girl who is 17, her name is Carmen, and she lives, I believe, in Miami, and basically she just, like, doesn't get the quinceañera that she wanted, and she's a little pissy that her cousin, who's rich and all that, gets the quinceañera. But it was kind of cute, and there's a little bit of an enemies to lovers romance in it, and yeah, it was good. I then got Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez, which I read last year and really enjoyed. Basically, it's about this girl named Darcy, who is just obsessed with love, and she is really into her best friend and runs this advice kind of company, where she just gives advice to people, and this dude named Broham finds out. He like kind of ropes her into helping him with getting his girlfriend back, but there's romance. I will say her main character is also bisexual, which is kind of cool. And I believe the friend is gay. Although I don't know if we ever get a confirmation on that. It's been a while since I've read it, but I know we have a bisexual main character, which is pretty cool. And yeah. I also got Speak, the graphic novel by Lori Halse Anderson, and artwork by Emily Carroll. Basically, Speak is one of my favorite books of all time, and I've already read this since getting it, but I absolutely adored it. I adore this book, and I wanted the graphic novel because it's such an easy read, and I usually read this book in some format once a year, which is what I did this year, or last year. I read right at the end, and I wanted the graphic novel because it's cute and it's really pretty, and also I really adore this author. Then these are books that I got because I wanted them personally. I got The Marionettes by Katie Wismer. This is the hardback. This is book 1 of the series. It's kind of an exclusive edition. She has like fan art in the back of some of the characters. Character art. Is that what I meant to say? Who knows? If I can find it. Yeah, so she has character art as well as an annotated chapter, and I believe there's some like information, a letter from the author, and then I think it's like an extra chapter from the main character's from the love interest's point of view, which is super cool, and it's super cute, and it's hardback, and she is doing it with Wicked Souls at some point this year, and I know she probably will be doing it for the 3rd book. But it's really cute. It just came this week, and I like it. It looks really great on my shelves, too. I then got the new cover of the Anti-Relationship Year, or the Anti-Virginity Pact by Katie Wismer. I had the original one, but I wanted them to match, and I still don't know what I'm going to do with the first one. But yeah, basically this follows a preacher's daughter who is an atheist, and so she makes a pact with one of her friends to lose their virginity. And yeah, it's the story of that. There's a romance in it. It's a little hard-hitting, but I think it's really good. And also I like supporting like self-published authors if I can. I then also bought The Ghost We Keep by Mason Deaver because I read this book last year and totally loved it. And I do own their other book, I Wish You All the Best. But basically this follows Liam Cooper after his older brother Ethan is suddenly killed in a hit-and-run accident. And basically Liam is obviously dealing with the grief from losing their brother, but they're also dealing with the realization that they might be non-binary, and it's just an absolutely heart-wrenching book, but I absolutely adored it, and I totally recommend it. I then got the collector's edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses. I didn't need this, but we had gotten it in, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. If nobody picks it up and buys it after like a couple days, maybe I'll pick it up and buy it, and nobody did. So I was like, maybe I just need it, and like, I don't regret it. It's really pretty. Like, it's really pretty. It has a slipcase, and yeah. So maybe I didn't need it, but honestly, I really enjoy it. So I bought that. It was an impulse kind of buy day when I bought it, and I don't really care all that much. I just realized I forgot a book that I forgot to show, that I forgot to put in here, but I'll show it me later maybe. I also have an ARC of Count Your Lucky Stars, which I got from my store just because I saw it, and I was like, oh, I really enjoyed this book. I should take the ARC. So I did. Obviously I've already talked about it, so yeah. I then got Flower Crowns and Fearsome Things by Amanda Lovelace. This is her most recent poetry release, and I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of trigger warnings, so I would recommend looking those up before getting into it, but it was definitely really good, in my opinion. And then I'm gonna, like, awkwardly attempt to reach this last pile. It's like, I don't know why I put it so far away. These were a few things that are, like, bookish items, and then a few books, not that many. And 2 of them I got for free, so, yeah. But first I got this measuring tape. I realized I didn't have one, and I got it from a bakery in their past item sale, and it says, I like big books and I cannot lie, and it just has like a little design on it, and it's cute. So yeah, that's a small thing that I got. I don't know why, but I did. I also got this High Fate birthday Polaroid, which says, Males are horrible creatures, aren't they? And I believe this is Farah and Resand, although I could be wrong. But yeah, it's really cute. And then I got this one from Cemetery Boys that says A Better Beginning. Again, super cute. And then lastly, or at least for the fake crate stuff that I'm showing you, I got this little like foil poster print of the inner circle, if you can see that. It's really cute. So obviously we have Farah and Rysand, and I believe that is actually, you know what? I don't want to figure it out. Sometimes that just stresses me out, but it's really pretty and I really like it on my shelf. And then, like I said, just a few more things. I got, basically my store was getting rid of a bunch of like items, that books that they didn't want, and my mom and I took a bunch of boxes of them, because we were supposed to get rid of them as a company, and I was like, I don't want to like just throw away 100 or more books. So I was like, can I take them to donate? And so we donated them. I kept a few. Oops. But I got 712 more things to write about, which just has like different writing prompts. And I figured, you know what, I've been struggling with writing and I want to get back into it, so it would be cool to have this. So I kept it. And then I got this book on smartphone photography, just simple techniques for taking pictures with iPhone and Android. Because I use my phone for a lot of different things. And so having this is kind of nice to be able to learn more about photography, because I do enjoy it. And then lastly, when we ended our 50% off sale and just in general, I realized that we still had this book signed, like a copy at least of this book signed, and I was like, I want it. It wasn't really being bought, so I don't know why. But I got Anthony, Let's Do Dinner, and I said, it's fine. If you don't know, I absolutely adore Queer Eye. It's one of my favorite shows. It always gives me a lot of serotonin and, you know, also makes me cry. But I also love Antony, so I bought this. I'm not really a cook, but I need to learn how to, so I figured this might motivate me. And also there are some, like, easy-ish meals, so yeah. Alright, I am currently surrounded by books, and I am going to dread putting these away. Especially the TBR ones, because that's annoying. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.